Hi, I'm Jill Galloway. I'm an artist educator at the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery. In today's Drawn to Figures lesson, we're talking about the color wheel and the ways that artists use colors and color mixtures to promote a feeling or an emotion or a mood in their art. This is a really fun lesson. We're going to get the paints out and mix some colors. Let's get started. For today's lesson, you'll need some watercolor paper, some watercolors or gouache, and a pencil and an eraser. Gouache is an opaque watercolor. Remember, opaque means not see-through or not transparent. Gouache sort of falls in between watercolors and acrylics. Let's first start with the basics. The three primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. These are called primaries because they're the only colors that can't be created by mixing any other two colors together. Now, secondary colors come from mixing those primary colors. Like, for example, if you mix red and yellow, you get orange. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. And if you mix red and blue, you get purple. Taking it even further, there's tertiary colors, which come from mixing the secondary and primary colors together. These colors make up the color wheel. One half of the wheel is cool, and the other half is warm. Colors are used together in many different combinations to get different kinds of feelings or moods. Look at these pins of President Obama. You can see how the different color combinations of the exact same design changes the mood of the overall pin. You could spend your whole life studying color mixing, which is some of the best part of making paintings. But for today, let's keep things very simple. Let's make a simple graphic head form without any detailed features to bog you down in order to focus on mixing some of those big sections of color. Let's start with making an oval head. Find the center line and we'll mark the biggest planes of the head. When I say planes of the head, I mean the biggest angles. I'm looking in a mirror at my face, which I've lit with warm light on one side. It's easier if you pick a subject that has one light side and one shadow side. It makes it easier to see the planes. I'm marking off the big planes by looking for areas where my face turns forward or backward in space. We call those salient points. Now, don't overdo it here. Your face has a ton of planes. Just pick the biggest ones. Remember, we're focusing on color mixing today, not features, so don't spend any time working on eyes. Now, look at your subject again and notice the light planes versus the dark planes. Feel free to go really abstract here. Decide if the plane is either warm or cool. Here's a quick tip. The colors in the shadows will be cooler than those in the light. With gouaches, you can adjust your colors by keeping the plane you're working on wet and just add more color, or take it away by lifting it off with water and a paper towel. Be careful here to not make your art too muddy by going too crazy with the colors and muddling them up. So you'll want to think about your hue and your saturation and your values. Hue means color. Saturation refers to intensity, which is more vibrant or more subtle. And then value has to do with how light or dark something is. Thanks for joining me for today's Drawn to Figures lesson. Remember, the more brave you get with your colors and the more chances you take, the bolder and brighter your paintings will be, and that sort of breathes life into portraiture. So don't play it safe. If you're just practicing, try anything and see what happens. You'll learn more that way than trying to make it beautiful from the start. Have fun and see what happens. Okay, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.